let's just watch it. Screw it. We got time.
35 hours of my week were
guys. We stream all day. We don't give a shit, dude. We'll watch it. We got time.
fake work. Motion's AI employees gave them back to me. There's this weird phase no one warns you about. When you're busy all the time.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
They've had crafts since before the Civil War. They were building crafts that went 200 miles an hour.
Okay, who's they, and where'd you hear
the
about
U.S.
this?
government.
Before the Civil War.
Yeah.
So before 1865.
Yeah.
They had crafts.
Yes.
That could go 200 miles an hour in the air.
Yes.
Who made them?
You could look it up. Pre-Civil War aircrafts. There was a bunch of like German scientists in America that were working with the U.S. government.
So this predates Orville Wright.
I'm just telling you, bro.
Right? Doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He says, "I'm just telling you, bro." It's kind of like a trust me, bro answer, bro. So far, crazy claims in this. Like this guy to me he's not starting off with me on a good foot. I'll be honest. This guy's not starting off on a good foot with me. This guy definitely gives big trust me, bro energy. You know, I mean, we got a lot of the similar things going on. We make some, you know, he does the hands, I do the hands. He's got the hat, I got the hat. He's got the headphones, I got the headphones. Right? So take it from me, and he's got glasses, I got glasses. Take it from me that this guy's got pretty big trust me, bro energy. But we'll see what he says, right? We'll see. I saw like a weird diagram. Saw a diagram at the beginning of the video. You know, we love diagrams and visual aids around here. So we'll see.
I don't know dates.
I think it does, right? Isn't Orville and Wilbur Wright, isn't that the end of the 1800s? When was that? Well, you know what? I love that. You can just ask your phone. I'll ask my phone.
I love it. Go on ChatGPT.
When did Orville and Wilbur Wright fly the first plane? 1903. So you're telling me that in 1865...
Yep. I'm telling you.
In 1865, they had flying crafts that well, as long as you've done multiple shows on it, it must be true.
I'm the truth, okay?
Yeah, I agree with it. Like, honestly, this guy, I'm liking this guy more and more now, to be honest with you. Like, when he says, hey, I've done multiple shows on it. Like, yeah, I'm a source. I've talked about this. It's got, like, and Rogan gets it too. Like, Rogan knows the drill. Rogan knows the hustle. If he says it, it's got to be true, right? If he's saying it, it's got to be true. Okay? So.
Where the fuck did you hear this?
I had two guys, Joseph P. Farrell was on, and he's like amazing. And he was breaking down that there were.
What is Joseph P. Farrell's area of expertise?
Hidden history. He does a lot in religion, particularly.
Is he self-taught?
No, he's really a great interview, man.
I believe you. I mean, is he self-taught? Does he have like a
Will you look it up real quick? Yeah.
Education in this stuff, or is it just?
He's written like 1,000 books on it.
1,000?
That's a lot of books, dude. I can barely read one book.
All right, man. Again, we can laugh at the guy. You know, I like the guy because he seems like a very talented bullshit artist, right? I don't know why. I've got a soft spot for bullshit artists. I do. I think I like to watch them. I think I like to watch. But this is kind of like my philosophy on people. I like to watch people, almost with like some fascination. I like to study them. You know. I don't. You know. Yeah. I just like to look. I just like to watch some people and how they operate. And so, particularly, I love bullshit artists, dude. They're kind of like actors. They're kind of like really good actors. It's just they don't realize that like they're not on set right now. Right. And that, you know, they got to, you know, anyway, let's just get into it.
Stuck on Alexander II right now.
And what is he saying?
He's saying that in the pre-Civil War and during the Civil War, they had crafts that were traveling at 200 miles an hour.
Okay. And
you can find pictures of it on the internet.
Well, as long as he has pictures.
Well, there's drawings, dude.
Holy fuck. Holy shit. There's pictures and drawings, dude. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Dude. How do I get on the Rogan podcast, bro? This guy, I mean, you know what? We're only 2 minutes in. Let this guy just say what the fuck he's trying to say, because I think Rogan's putting enough pressure on him as it is. We'll let Rogan do the pressure.
Someone took time.
As long as it's drawings.
Come on, man. Well, Jamie, you're leaving me here. Hang in here.
He'll get you. He'll get you. It's got to be legit.
It's there.
It sounds so legit.
Will you look up
Why
tinfoil
would they
hat, Joseph P.
wait
Farrell?
so many years before they flew the first very primitive plane that could barely get off the ground, and credit those guys with developing the first
He
plane?
didn't say plane. He said aircraft.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you.
Oh, so is it like a blimp?
I'm trying to dig down.
Listen to Jamie.
He said aircraft. Okay. I mean, what do you call an aircraft at that time then? Because I could throw a rock. I could probably, like, those guys used to sling fucking rocks with, like, like David and Goliath. Like, I bet you that thing went fucking pretty fast, dude. I bet you that thing went 100 miles an hour. Is that an aircraft? Because he crafted a stone and it is in the air. What do we call an aircraft? Let's see.
You're getting all pissy.
I'm just saying, it could not be a plane.
Mom, Dad, stop.
Could be
It's
a,
true.
like,
It's true. No, it's a good point. Yeah, it could be a blimp, right? Like when they first start doing blimps. When did that start?
Well,
happening?
wasn't that the whole point of like Led Zeppelin, that they didn't want people getting on blimps, so they like crashed that shit? Everyone thinks I'm crazy. You guys think I'm nuts. I'm just telling you, bro. Everything's a
I love
psyop.
it.
Yeah, dude. So, okay. We've all got like distortions, right? We don't see how we're perceived. I'm sure you guys are perceiving me a certain way, right? We all have blind spots. We don't see how we're perceived by other people. This guy is fucking shocked that he comes off as being a fucking airhead. Okay? He is shocked that he is sounding kooky right now. This guy might spend a little too much time in his own world, to be honest with you. And we all do. We all do a little bit. But I think this guy needs to maybe, my assessment, 3 minutes in, this guy needs to go outside a little bit. Just my assessment. Maybe not. Again, we haven't heard him out. We haven't heard him out. He actually hasn't given us any of his proof yet. And we haven't given him a chance to. So let's have some respect. Let's give him a chance.
I love it. I want to hear more psyops. I'd rather go that way than the other way. That nothing's a psyop. I want to hear that everything's a psyop.
Everything's a psyop. Dude, someone should do conspiracy news. It would be 10 times better than what you see on television. Yeah. And then you go, what about the 5G they're cranking on?
He might have just gave away the heat, guys. He said somebody should do conspiracy news. Hey, I'm not immune to a good suggestion. Keep your eyes out.
Up. What about what they're spraying in the skies? That now is an acceptable fact that they're doing geoengineering of our skies. Like 5 years ago, you were a crazy conspiracy theorist. Now there's laws being passed about it. And you put all that together, you're like,
Okay. He said geoengineering of our sky. Set of proposed technologies that aim to reflect sun. Oh, this is AI. Okay, let's maybe go a little further, right? Because I'm a little worried that AI is going to start pulling, like, because I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories around this kind of stuff. I have no idea. So how solar engineering? I've never heard of CNEN. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. Chemical and engineering news. Okay, I'd say this is an okay place to go figure this out. How solar geoengineering may change our skies. A new study simulates how the sky might look to the casual observer after stratospheric aerosol injection. Wow. Oh, no. Oh. No, don't do that. I don't like that. Add aerosols to the stratosphere. Okay. Add aerosols to the stratosphere and the sunlight is reflected into space, cooling Earth's surface. Volcanoes have done it. Why can't humans? Why? Why would you fucking do this? I'm not a scientist. I'm sure they have a reason. I just don't know why we're fucking with things, man. We always got to throw chemicals and stuff. I don't know if it's chemical. I don't know what's in these things. Why are we fucking with things? Okay. What are these things? Okay, let's see. This is all. I don't care about reading the rest of the article. I just wanted to know if it's happening. So okay, so it's happening, right? Or how it may change our sky. Is it happening? Okay. It could. So the concerns over sky whitening are a little overblown. Yeah. Yeah, if I was selling sky spray, I would say that shit too. Remember, guys, whoever wrote this, sky spray salesman. Okay, if I was a sky spray salesman, I would go to the Chemical and Engineering News and I would ask them if I could co-publish an article on geoengineering our skies. That's what I would do, and that's if I was the guest, that's what would happen. But more importantly, let's figure out what this is, and we'll move on to back to the video. I didn't want to do that. Let's see. Hopefully everything's still good. Let me make sure I didn't just totally screw some stuff. All right. So chemicals. What chemicals are in there? That's what I want to know. Okay. Stratospheric and aerosol injections, a geoengineering technique, primarily involves injecting substances into the stratosphere to reflect sunlight and cool the planet. Sulfur dioxide is the most studied and common precursor for creating sulfate aerosols, which are the primary type of reflective particle used in SIA. Other potential aerosols include calcium carbonate, diamond dust, aluminum oxide, and metallic aluminum. I've heard of the aluminum stuff. I don't know how I feel about the aluminum. I think it's a little weird. I don't know if aluminum naturally gets into the sky. But if it doesn't naturally get into the sky, I don't think we should put it into the sky, right? I think we do enough. We do enough. We fly around to put oil into the sky with little jet fuel fumes, whatever. Like I think we're doing enough. I'm not a scientist, so I have no. This is a feeling thing. I'm a guy in a suit. I don't know things. I don't actually do things. I say things, right? So I'm saying I think it's a little weird. What does sulfur dioxide do to the environment? Let's do this and we'll move. Sulfur dioxide due to the atmosphere. Why would sulfur dioxide negatively impacts the environment in several ways. It contributes to acid rain, which damages ecosystem, corrodes material, and reduces visibility. It also forms fine particle matters that harm human health and could cause haze. Additionally, SO2 could damage vegetation and inhibit growth. Why the fuck would we want to put this in the air? What the fuck is going on? Am I tripping? Am I tripping right now? Am I having a stroke, dude? What's going on? Can I read English? Am I tripping? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Could someone else? I need somebody else. I'm not going to get too wound up on this. Somebody else that's smarter than me, please, for heaven's sake, help me. If you know something or you can do some research, like comment below, fucking send it to me. I don't know what, but this seems like bullshit. This seems like not like bullshit. It's clearly true, but this seems yeah, this doesn't seem benign. I'll say that. Man, this seems predatory. This is weird. I don't like that. Don't like it. Anyway, let's get back into our entertainment because that doesn't matter.
That's how people get sick.
It's weird, like even cloud seeding, which is legal. Like you can seed the clouds and you can make it rain, but like, how exact is this science? Like
Yeah.
How you know what I mean? Like, what happens if you cause floods like they did in Dubai? Did you see that shit?
Yeah, well, camels just flying, flowing down the river.
Fucking Lamborghinis drowning.
Oh,
yeah.
poor Lamborghinis.
All right. I found something.
Tell me something.
Nothing about 200 miles an hour, but I found multiple things talking about aircrafts, including helicopters used by the South.
The South?
The Confederate, yeah.
The Confederate Army.
Do you
had
mind
a
if I get my
helicopter?
phone for a second just to see if I can find
I
it?
was digging. I found it because I was digging through the
Bro,
transcript
they had the
of that
General
podcast,
Lee
Sam.
helicopter.
Here's the
Whoa.
transcript where he's talking about the history with his friend Beasley or something like that.
Who was saying this?
The guy Sam was talking about.
What is his name again?
This is his podcast.
What's his name again, Sam?
Joseph P. Farrell.
Yeah. During the point of the Civil War with the airship mystery, my friend Walter Bosley has written an interesting book called Origins about the black projects, world, and airships that existed in this country prior to the Civil War. but it didn't say anything about the speed.
Yeah, we talked about it. It was either him or the 2 episodes later they talked about how it went 200 miles an hour.
Airships.
Lincoln went to Congress to get funding, or is trying to get funding for some of this. There's a whole thing here about the balloon corps of the Army back to the Civil War.
Isn't Lincoln another one they got rumors about?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the fellow.
Closeted, dog.
Or maybe like everybody did it back then.
They
Yeah, that's
also
what
didn't
I'm
have a lot
thinking.
of heat back then.
So they just.
What's he talking about? What? Could somebody fill me in? I have no idea what he's referring to. He just like winked and clicked his mouth, like. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm out of the loop. If there's a Abe Lincoln conspiracy, fill me in, guys, please.
Fucked.
The thing with the Lincoln stuff, they just said that they were like
Come over here,
sleeping
Bob. I'm
together in
cold.
the same bed. And
No, that's
whatever.
true. That's true. You know, it's
Oh.
probably not that weird.
They're saying. I think they're saying Lincoln's gay. Might have been a little gay. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Gabe Lincoln.
For us, but
Back then it was like you got excommunicated.
There's another
But
one
yeah.
of the airships. They're calling them airships, is what they were calling
And
them.
there's a certain
so is that supposedly a thing where a person could get in?
Oh yeah. So the boats with airbags is what I've been seeing. Other flying machines here.
Okay, so what that looks like is like sails.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation.
Right? Can you show me that thing again? Look at that, Sam. That's like sails, like a sailboat,
but it's even
but
crazier
attached
than
to a
that.
base. So do you just jump off a cliff with that? How do you get that bitch off the ground?
One of them was describing, and I think it's in this. There was a traveling gas thing that went along with it, so it could keep refueling. Right here, see a mobile gas generator. It was accompanied by a wagon consisting of the necessary.
Oh my God.
See if you can look up
That's crazy.
Tinfoil Hat 901. That's the episode, and there's a picture of the craft that they had made.
So they're just refueling these balloons with gas.
No, but these aren't even balloons, dude. It's like literal like aircrafts that could go
Aircrafts.
200 miles an hour.
Okay. What do they
So
look like?
so the reason I bring that up is because if we go, they got these silver cigar things. Like think about how long ago that was.
You mean that bug?
Okay, bug,
The bug
sphere,
that
whatever
flew
you want
real
to do.
fast
Yeah,
in
I
front
mean
of the fucking
whatever helps
Frisbee?
everybody sleep at night, you know. But
Listen,
they
man.
got the tech. That's it. That's what they had in 2000 in the pre-Civil War. Walter Bosley, he came on, he talked about it.
Who drew that?
You can find those on the internet. I don't know who specific. The guy's name's up in the corner.
That thing can go 200 miles an hour?
Yep.
What's it powered by?
Oh, those are that's it. They got the tech.
What is that? I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is that? What are we looking at? Okay.
Walter Bosley, he came on, he talked about it.
Who drew that?
You can find those on the internet. I don't know who specific. The guy's name's up in the corner.
That thing can go 200 miles an hour?
Yep.
What's it powered by?
Okay. What Joe Rogan did right there was brilliant. So if you want to call bullshit on a bullshit artist, right? And I'm tired of my freaking pad screen turning off. One sec. I'm going to tell you how to call bullshit on somebody in a second. As soon as I'm going to tell my screen to stop turning off. Display. So, all right. Perfect. So, think about calling bullshit, right? You don't want to ever put somebody on the spot. You don't ever want to put somebody like in a position where they feel defensive. So you just ask them questions. Ask specific questions, like Joe Rogan did. He was just like, "Hey, so who drew it?" The guy's talking to like he's so certain they're these fucking craft that we're going 200 miles an hour, and he's like he doesn't know who drew the fucking picture he's talking about. He's like, I don't know who drew the picture, but some other guy's talking about it. So far, this is we'll see.
Oh, those are that's it. It's guys with NYMZA arrows and the secret shit. Yeah, I'm dude. I'm I'm retarded, right?
I do now. I want to know what that
Go to
thing is.
images.
What
see.
what powered
Yeah,
that thing?
these are them. These are the crafts that they had that they were working on.
So a person gets inside that fucking thing?
Yep. Look at that. And then there's a propeller
Wait a
back
minute.
there.
Who was working on this? The South?
The North.
The North.
The North and
Oh, I thought
Germans.
you said the South.
I did. And
You
one
said
of
the
these things
South.
that said the South had some sort of helicopter or something.
Oh, the South had a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but this thing is different.
Yeah.
Whatever this is.
Yeah.
So, is it a bunch of fans?
I don't know.
It looks like a bunch of fans, right?
or propellers.
Right.
And they had that way back in the 1850s, dude. Look at those guys.
You really think that thing went 200 miles an hour? I think somebody lied.
Maybe, but they had that's what they said.
200 miles an hour. Step right up.
Just think of what kind of dominance you could have at that time with that kind of craft.
Yeah.
Moving that quickly.
All right, guys. So we've just learned pretty easily this guy's a fucking idiot, okay? This guy's fucking stupid. Okay, let me actually tweet him right now. What's this guy's name? Sam Tripoli. I'm going to tweet Sam Tripoli after this, I swear.
I think they back then they used to thought if you went that fast you were going to explode.
Right.
Like you would melt.
Yeah, he says that there's literally no proof. He's just saying these things go 200 miles an hour out of his fucking ass. Like, I have no idea. Like, it's shit like this that, like, people will hear, and then my friend's going to call me about Tartaria. You know what I mean? My friends call me talking about fucking Tartaria and flat earth because of motherfuckers like this. Okay? And I get it. Like, but it's just like guys like this are the reason why your friend believes in flat earth. Okay? I'm all for a good conspiracy, man. I'm all for a good conspiracy. But like when you got a guy who just shows you some fucking drawings and he says that they went 200 miles an hour and he believes it, I hope he doesn't believe it. I hope he's lying. I hope he's lying through his teeth. Because if he believes it, he's a fucking moron. Sam Tripoli, if you believe what you're saying, you're not going to see this yet. I hope you do, but you're a fucking moron. And I'm going to tweet you in a second. I'm going to X tweet you in a second. Okay? I'm going to let you know. Because I stand behind what I say. Okay? Sometimes. This is next level retardation. I'm surprised guys like this can get on Rogan. I'm shocked. Gives me a lot of hope, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they used
It's
to think
witchcraft.
Well, they thought that before the trains,
But
right?
again,
Cars and
Germany's
trains
involved. Germany basically funded the North when they needed money because Lincoln was issuing greenbacks. I have one in my house. I bought a Lincoln greenback, $20 greenback. It's pretty sweet. I bought it I forget how much I paid for it, but yeah, that's like one of my favorite things I have. But
What is this, Jamie?
Oh, these pictures on this fucking
The
thing.
guy's throwing a baby.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
sacrifice.
Sacrificing a child for the air gods.
Yeah, Jamie said it, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on over here. Like,
So, do you think that most of the UFO sightings that people see are U.S. government crafts?
Yeah.
So do you think it's back engineered stuff, or do you think we invented all the technology?
I think
he says, like, without even a hitch, okay, without even thinking about it, he says, do you think most of the UFO sightings are government craft? He's like, yep. I mean, come on, dude. You didn't even think about it. You didn't even think about your answer. Didn't even think about your answer. It's just that, like, to be honest, I think the guy heard the words that Joe Rogan said in sequence. He heard him in sequence. And then he was like, yeah, that sounds like something I would believe. Yes. He didn't actually think about what Joe Rogan said. He's living in the character, right? He's living in this retard character that he's playing. He's really living in it pretty well. So I guess we give him credit for that. The guy's definitely, I could see why someone like this would get a lot of attention. Because if you believe your own stupidity, you can make a lot of content. Take it from me.
we
Those
worked
crafts.
with entities that give us technology. I mean, it goes back to what we talked before about, Admiral Byrd and, that whole thing where I think it was Eisenhower made a deal. And I told you this, and that's where the missing 401 comes from. All the people who disappear in force. That there's
Okay. Holy shit. Okay. We can disprove this right now. I'm down to be wrong here, but okay, like this guy's gonna let's see what connection he makes. But I swear to God, if he says that, if he is implying that Eisenhower made a deal with the aliens to abduct people, and that's why there's so many missing people on 411. God bless this motherfucker, man. Okay, let's listen. We're gonna check this in a minute. Okay, let's just listen. Let's just listen.
It's really weird, like connections between all of them. They tend to be of German descent, of high IQ, and they just disappear in the forest. And Eddie Bravo has a really interesting theory about it, about how there's all these movies about all these people dying in forests and everyone dying in the ocean, to scare you from going out there. Like, I'm afraid of sharks. Like, I don't want to go out in the ocean, but what's going on in the ocean? We see stuff coming out of the ocean all the time. What's going on way deep down there?
Well, sharks are real.
Joe's got so much patience, man. Joe has got so much patience. I'll give that to Joe Rogan, man. He's got patience. He's got patience. I understand why the mainstream media crucifies Joe Rogan. I understand why the mainstream media absolutely fucking roasts Joe Rogan. I understand why when you try to, like, when Joe Rogan has a scientist on, you can't even reference it because he brings guys like this on that then just ruin credibility, dude. This guy's a fucking moron. He is. He is. Sam Tripoli is a fucking moron. Guys, get used to spotting morons when you see them. Stop listening to them. Sam Tripoli, until further notice, bullshit salesman. He sells bullshit. Sam Tripoli, okay. I'll write this down. Sam Tripoli. Bullshit salesman. We got Trump, bomb salesman, oil salesman. Sam Tripoli, bullshit salesman. Elon Musk, he's a rocket salesman. He's a AI salesman. He's a car salesman. He's a solar salesman, right? All these people are salesmen. This guy's not wearing a suit. This guy, of all guys, needs to wear a suit. If he was wearing a suit, I wouldn't have been double checking anything he said. I wouldn't have been Googling this shit. I would have just took him his word. But he's not wearing the suit when he's talking shit. He's full of shit and he's not wearing a suit. You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, yeah, of course I'm going to fucking Google you, dude. You're not wearing a suit. Sam Tripoli, bullshit salesman. Okay, I'll prove it to you. Missing 411 locations on a map. Okay, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, missing people map. Look at that. Okay, look at that. That's even better. Okay, let's take a look. Look real closely at where in the country that these missing 411 people go. I'm going to prove to you that Dwight D. Eisenhower didn't do a fucking deal with the aliens to sell people, okay? I'm going to prove it to you real easy, okay? Look at the map. Look at where all these people go missing, okay? Take a good look. Try to remember it, right? Try to get a good idea, okay? You might already have some ideas. Okay? You notice people don't go missing where it's fucking flat, where the land is flat. People don't go missing in flat land. You notice that? That's a clue. Fuck. Okay. U.S. topographic map. Easy. That's a good one. Right here. This is a good one. Okay. Let's take a look at a United States topographical map, okay? Now, get a good look at this. Look at that. You see all that there? Right? And then we go over here. And you see all that there, and then look at that mountain, because you wonder, where's this dark spot from? In the middle of nowhere. Oh, more mountains. Where's this little dark patch at? Right here. Oh, fuck. I don't want to do it. Where's this dark patch at? Oh! We got some more mountains and caves, it looks like, right? This. I mean, it doesn't, I don't need to keep explaining this shit to you guys. Oh, mountains. Surprising, man. I don't mean to yell. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to get this out. I have to get this out of me. Okay, I have to release this because this is gonna. If I hold on to this, I can't continue streaming for. This is not going to be a sustainable career for me if I keep holding on to all this inside of me. When I look at just absolute retard people peddling retardation full scale, right? So, okay, the next part, right? The other area where it happens a lot, all over here. Okay, you'll notice that there's less dots over there. That's because most of the people are on the East Coast. Okay, let's check this out. Population density map, USA. Okay, most people are in the East Coast of the United States. So it makes sense that more people go missing on the East Coast of the United States. Okay? Most people go missing near caves and mountains. So it makes sense that there's a lot of missing people near the caves and the mountains. It doesn't make sense. What does not make sense is Dwight D. Eisenhower doing a deal with the fucking aliens to sell people. That's what doesn't make sense. Okay? What could the aliens give us for people that would be worth it? Technology? Sure. I'm not saying, okay, you know what? Fair enough. Maybe there's not there'd be motive, but that's just because there's like just because it makes sense, like you could logically make it make sense in your head. Like doesn't mean it's not totally fucking asinine, right? I don't even know why did I even entertain it that much? Why did I even go down the hypothetical of we're good. It's all good, guys. It's not a big deal. Guys, there's a lot of retards out there. We can't get wound up over every single retard we encounter, right? That's my fault. It's my fault. I'll try my best because the thing is with these streams, we're gonna encounter a lot of fucking stupidity, right? And we got to make sure it doesn't throw us off our kilter. Okay, we got to stay locked in. Okay, we got to stay locked in. We can't let retards take us off balance. Like we gotta watch them from a distance and not get emotionally invested in what they say. See, the tough thing for me is I was getting a little invested in what he says because he is wearing not a suit, he's wearing a shirt, right? So shirts, sweaters, collared shirts, those kind of things, no suit, no tie. That's usually an indicator that you know things. If you're going to go on a platform, right? Like, and you actually know things, just be normal. You don't need the suit to talk for you. You got the knowledge, right? But like, if you're going to go out there and bullshit, wear the suit. If you're going to bullshit on a podcast, at least wear a suit, for God's sakes. If you're going to sell bullshit, wear a suit. Okay? And when I say sell bullshit, I mean actually like sell actual bullshit. Like this is bullshit, right? This is total nonsense. He's selling nonsense. Sam Tripoli is a nonsense salesman, we could say. He sells nonsense. Okay.
Sharks
And
are
you should
real.
be scared of them.
I
And
am
the
scared
ocean
of
is
them.
unforgiving.
And alligators.
And it's a rational fear. Having
Right.
a fear of the ocean is very
Yeah,
rational.
but you know, Jaws makes this thing boom right in your
Right.
face, right?
Dope movie.
When probably before that nobody was thinking about sharks.
Well, you know, Jaws is based on a real event, right?
These things could apparently go fast because they use something, an anti-gravity fuel called NB gas.
What? What?
That I
and
don't-
they had anti-gravity gas in in the Civil War.
Yeah, so there apparently was something. This guy Delishu, the guy who was credited with the drawings, he was in something called the Sonora Aero Club. I'll also add that they found all this in a junk pile. He moved somewhere in Texas in 1850, and they found it in the 1960s.
Yeah, and they were working with German scientists.
Wow. NB gas for lift and propulsion.
So it's like some sort of, I guess, secret aero club or a bunch of guys that were into. That's what they're I guess.
But what does that mean, an anti-gravity fuel? I'd like to have someone read that knows what the fuck those words mean.
I'm not even sure if it's real. You know,
it
was just
doesn't
written
sound
on the,
like a fuel could turn.
Well, because we do it based on our
stop gravity.
timelines and this notion that we came from cavemen, and you know that.
No, I don't think that.
I think there's been multiple civilizations that just keep getting reset and reset and reset.
I think that's true. Yeah,
Thank you.
I agree with that. I think there's a lot of really compelling evidence that shows that. Have you seen Jesse Michael?
See, look, you gotta. It's good to know when you catch someone fishing for compliments, right? Fishing for validation, right? That's what this guy is doing. He's fishing for validation. You could check. He gave himself away just right there. Watch.
Reset and reset.
I think that's true. Yeah.
Thank you.
See, look at that. Look at that reaction. Jolted. Jolt. His brain literally shocked him. He's like, ooh, right? That jolt was that. I'm never doing that again. Did you guys see that jolt? Did the camera catch that? That was way too intense of a jolt. I'm never jolting like that again. But the way that that guy, my opinion, this guy's seeking validation, right? He needs to be validated because he needs to be validated in peddling his bullshit, right? Peddling his nonsense. That's what stops nonsense. Okay, this is actually a very good key. This is something we can learn from. The way you stop nonsense, okay, you stop listening to it. Right? If you don't like my nonsense, stop listening. Right? Because that's one less person that's listening, and then that's a little bit less boost to the algorithm, right? If you really don't like me, vote with your feet. Stop watching people that are fucking just full of nonsense, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna relax.
I agree with that. I think there's a lot of really compelling evidence that shows that. Have you seen Jesse Michael's new video?
No.
He's got a video on those tridactyl mummies in Peru where he went down there and had them CAT scanned and had them. Dude.
Tridactyl? Like,
Okay.
are we talking like.
What is? Let's go to that. We'll go to that right after this.
Ammonia gas, pretty much.
Ammonia gas.
Well, we'll get back to
Does it say it's bull?
Okay. What you're seeing right now is an amateur conspiracy theorist against a professional. Joe Rogan's a professional conspiracy theorist. He's a pro. Because a real conspiracy theorist, they're going to have some semblance of information behind what they're fucking talking about. And he can cite it immediately. This guy did these cat stands. We can see the pictures of the mummies. That's something to talk about. Not some guy drew some pictures and said they can go 200 miles an hour. And that I almost forgot. And that Eisenhower did a deal with the aliens to sell people, okay? I don't know how you prove that. I don't know where you found that information. I don't know what leak that was, what fucking memo that we found after the fact. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea, okay? Let's just keep going.
Bullshit.
Atera is the IT painkiller. Remote monitoring and management.
I needed this
remote
ad.
access.
I'll be honest, I needed this ad. I had to chill out for a minute. So we can go ahead and just mute this while this ad plays. But I can't tell you how much I needed this ad. Man, I can't handle this much nonsense for today. Okay.
How is it going to defy gravity? Unless you're talking about like just lift like a helium balloon. Like if that's kind of anti-gravity gas, if you think about it, sort of. But that's not what I think of when I think of anti-gravity. I think of like space tech that allows you to like shoot through giant distances instantaneously, like we hear about from these crafts.
But if let's just say this is real, and I do believe it's real, 100%, like what do they have now? I mean, it's so far down the line. I mean, that's so long ago. That's like 175 years ago, the technology.
Okay. He lost his last chance to like save himself. Okay. Because now what this statement did is made me comfortable to fucking tweet at this motherfucker. Okay. Because like the fact that because the whole time you could always hold out and just be like, hey, it's fun. I'm not sure. Right. At very least, I'm not sure. Right. You could at least say, hey, it's a fun idea. I'm not sure. What if, that would be a way you could go about it. But when he just says, I full scale believe this, that's what confirms to me that this guy's a fucking idiot. And I'm not, this isn't a bit. This isn't a gag. This isn't a joke. Sam Tripoli's a fucking moron.
that they could
This
have
part though
if
is
it's true.
interesting about this club. I don't know how many says flight enthusiasts in the mid 1800s there would have been. You know, people would have been interested in flying, I guess, because they couldn't do it. But
the Nazi Bell, which is a big part of World War II that nobody ever talks about.
Right. That was like a flying craft that they were trying to develop, right?
Right.
So the Nazis were apparently trying to come up with a bunch of different shapes for crafts. One was a bell, right? One was kind of flying saucer like, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's a whole part in like.
Here's
have
the
you ever heard
question.
Martin Bormann?
See, like, I don't mind going down like this kind of thing, right? Because there's at least like a body of information you can go off of on like this Nazi UFO stuff, right? Like you can at least go down some sort of rabbit hole where there's enough information to you to like for you like to like grab onto a theory, you know? And it's a fun theory. And you know, you can kind of see it potentially because the Germans were they were the first ones to create the jet engine, right? So I mean, like this is a theory that I could listen to them talk about a theory like this. I could listen to it. But like that last shit, like the rest of this video needs to be fucking taken down. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Leave it up, right? Leave it up so because you want morons to expose themselves. That's what Joe Rogan does well, and I appreciate his place in the economy of ideas. Is that he really gives a platform for anybody that he thinks is interesting, and interesting could be a lot of things, right? Could mean a lot of things, and so um, I think sometimes Joe Rogan will bring someone on like this just to let them make a fool of themselves. So I think that might be what Joe's doing. You know, Joe's kind of showing this guy how to be a real conspiracy theorist. Like the conspiracies that Joe is actually bringing up are way better than this guy. Like I don't know why. Like Sam Tripoli gives me hope, okay, because it just shows that anybody can make a career, right? Guys like Sam Tripoli should give everyone here hope that has any hopes of turning the camera on and doing any type of career on video, any type of public life, because like it's, I mean, yeah, I mean, fuck, okay. Anyway, guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick breather. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be right back. I've got to take a quick walk around the block. You know,